To my fellow Harmonauts, this Harmony video is for you. We are going to be covering technical analysis and just looking at what is happening now, where are we going next, making some price predictions, and I'll also share what I'm doing, what I'm planning to do with my Harmony, and also it would not be a Harmony video without an angel card. So let's get into it. I'm Joanna Garzilli. This is Crypto Angel Network. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, for hitting the notification bell so that you get all my videos. All right, I am going to go into the screen here. And I thought it would be a good idea just to start off with where Harmony is at right now. We're going to zoom in and we're going to zoom out. That is one of the best pieces of advice that I have received from fellow friends here at Crypto Angel Network whenever I have felt a little bit anxious about what is happening with the project or any other project for that matter. That guidance of zoom out is so helpful to gain perspective. So as you can see right now, Harmony is hovering at around 12 cents. And we have a market cap of 1.132 billion. The 24-hour trading volume was just over 120 million. And if we just come down here to the 24-hour low was 11 cents and like almost 11.5 cents. And the 24-hour high was almost 12.5 cents. So not a huge amount of movement there. And then if we just take a look here, we can see in this past hour, we're up 0.1% in the last 24 hours. We are up 4.9% in the past 7 days. And this is why I'm doing this video now, because I have had a number of people say, Joanna, should I hold on to my Harmony? Now, of course, what I say, I can't give you investment advice. You have to be responsible for what you do with your finances, but I can share with you my speculation, what I think. So in the past 7 days, I know some of you have had concerns. Obviously, not those of you who've been Harmony for a long time. You're not worried at all. And I don't believe you should be worried. And I'll share why very shortly. But if we look at the last 7 days, we can see Harmony is down 18.5%. If we look at for the 2 weeks, again, it's around the same, around 18%. And the past 30 days, we are upside down. We could say we're negative, having pullback of 31.7%. But if we look at the overall the year, we are up over 5,000%, almost 5,500%. And so when you look at that, I think this is where people are having expectations within crypto, because certain altcoins projects are exploding, because so many new people are coming into this space that people have these expectations for very, very quick returns. In February, Harmony on the 30-day was up almost 300%. And I believe that is coming again. I have no doubt about that. So let me go ahead here. We're in Gate.io, which is, I absolutely love this platform. And you can get Harmony here under US dollar tether in Gate.io. You can also get it on Binance and Binance US as well, depending on what country you're in. You make sure you check your restrictions. So let me just go full screen here, and we're going to get into technical analysis for Harmony 1. I'm going to go zoom in, we're going to zoom out. I just want to start very, very simply here, where we are on the 15 minutes, right? So the date today, we are the 21st of April. I'm recording this around, let's see, what is it? Almost 10:10 Pacific Standard Time. And on this here, I think the most important thing to look at now, whether you currently hold Harmony and you were trying to figure out what to do next, because let's say, for example, you bought in when it had pumped recently and it had gone up to its all-time high of 22.5 cents. And right now it's down 11 cents. And we can see it had gone lower. It went to 10.5 cents. just a number of hours ago. And I understand, I know a couple of people have messaged me and said they sold. And of course, everyone has to do what is right for them. But if you are feeling nervous and you want to get into harmony in the long term and you are just seeing what looks like this downward trend, I will show you afterwards more details as to, I don't feel there's anything to worry about at all. Nothing to worry about at all when it comes to harmony. I've seen some people comment as well saying, oh, harmony, your predictions are all off. It's totally wrong. Well, I absolutely disagree. So here we are on the 15-minute, like I said, and we can see a strong support line here at 11 cents 36, right? So almost 11.5 cents. So let's round it down. We have support right now of around 11 cents, and we have resistance of about a cent here, right? At 12.39. So let's just round that down to 12. So we're going 11 to 12 cents here. And so in this past, I guess you could say from yesterday to today, we are going sideways a little bit. And that sideways, I don't think it's a negative thing. It's just more consolidation that is occurring before harmony moves again to the upside, because you have to just remember that from a fundamentals point of view, the team is absolutely outstanding. The team right now for Harmony Protocol, they're hiring so many people. They have multiple global projects with other huge DeFi projects. If you go in Crypto Angel Network, you go to either my altcoin section playlist, or you go to my Harmony One section, you can go and look where I've done videos that go much more in depth into the fundamentals, partnerships that are announced, a number of very, very positive things. And Harmony consistently hits their milestones. Harmony is a very professional team. So from a background from Google and Apple and Amazon. So they're really, really strong. This isn't built on nothing. They have an extremely strong track record. So we can see here yesterday that we did dip down to 10.5 cents, but let's just let's just do another line here. Okay, so let's just add in a horizontal line, and we're going to go with, let's go with yellow instead of green on this. And so let's just put this line here. So we had we had wicks here instead of proper candles. And this is where there was some indecision here around 10.5. But even if we just go to here, there is still support there. You can see the support around 10.5. I'll just move it down just to be really on the more cautious side. If we go all the way down to the bottom of that, we're still at 10.5. So you can see here, if we look at the question is next, are we going to break to the upside, or are we about to break down further? So let's look at that and see that if we were to break down, how far would we break down? And then, well, for the upside, we know that, about that we've got to reach again that 22.5%, which I don't think if it's going to happen, it's going to happen 100%. It's just, what is that time frame going to be? On the 15-minute here as well, you can just see that there was this downward trend before we started going through this period of consolidation. And this is where now, let's just zoom out a little bit. And actually, let's just zoom out here. And yeah, so we can see here, I'm just going to draw this in so we can just take a look at this. We're going to go with a trend line. And from the top of this here, I mean, pretty much we went, let's see, it did break down here. You can see where that breakdown was. But if we keep following this line here, you can see that it does look like it is getting close to the point where we are getting ready to break out again. Let's just come off of that. I'm going to come off of this. Let's just go to the hourly. We're going to look from different, we're going to start to zoom out progressively here. All right, so if we look on the hourly here, overall on the hourly, we had a lot of volume. You see where we went down to that 10.5. There was quite a sell-off there. And that was on the 17th of April, around 11, let's see, 7 in the evening, 7 in the evening. And I think that that happened actually there was a number of tokens. It wasn't just on Harmony where there was a dump across the board. I think this was something to do with supposedly some mining issue in China. So let's take the line here on the hourly, going back here. Where are we going back? We go back to the 28th of March. So we're coming up towards 4 weeks. And let's just do this trend line again. And let's go with blue. And all the way at the top, hang on, let me just move this. Let me just move this here so we could see we were at let me just move this tool slightly over here. So we were at 20, almost, I mean, look at it, close to 25 there, even it says 22 on the charts. And let's just draw this line. And we're going to come all the way down to here. If we follow this, and then let's just look. All right, so we have, I'm going to make that a little bit thicker. Let's just make this a little bit thicker. All right, perfect. So I want you to just look here. So we do on the hourly, going back approximately a month, we have a triangle, this triangle is a descending triangle. We can see the downward trend. And what is happening here, actually, if we go all the way down with this, because that's to the upside, let's just keep going down to here, to that line of support, what I think is still a relatively strong line of support. And actually, look, you know where I said the 10.5? If we go all the way back here to the 19th of March, the support goes all the way to there. So let's just take this line down even further. Let's just go right down to here. Okay, very good. So we now, in these next days ahead, for fellow Harmonauts, or for those who are looking at what's a good entry point to get into Harmony, is it worth going into? But if you're looking at an entry point, right now, our chance of, and again, this is just my perspective, this is just my technical analysis, my speculation here. The chance of us breaking out right now between, let's see, what's this date? The end of this triangle here would be, what date would that be? The 27th. So we're the 21st. So let's say in this next 6-7 days, the chart, I mean, we're probably looking just from a TA standpoint, we're probably going to just keep consolidating here, because you can see that every time that we try to break out, we are having lower highs and we are having higher, we're having lower lows. But here, actually, we're not going lower yet. We're not. So just look where I've got the cross, my little, my little finger thing pointing here. You can see it looks like maybe we're going to try and break out again slightly. We might get up to 12.3, maybe in this next 2-3 days. And again, we're going to we could come back down to 10.5, possibly, maybe not, maybe it'll just settle down at around this 11 cents mark. But if I was going to enter at this point and I didn't have Harmony at all, which I do have Harmony, but if I was going to make an entry and I was going to do a limit buy, I would set it to, for safety, I would set it to 11 cents. I would maybe, if I want to be like a little bit more, push a little bit more, I might try and go 10.6, 10.7 to get an entry point. I could even go at 10.5 there just to get in there. And I think that would be a really nice buy, because look at this area of support here. We do have a strong area of support. Now, at that point, you can also see as well, we do have very, very low volume too. So right now, people are in a place of indecision, but Harmony has a very strong base of people that they're in it. Like like myself, I'm not selling my harmony. You got to be kidding me, because I feel very bullish about where it's going. So this is what you need to watch for right around the 27th, 26th, 27th of April, 2021. We should see this narrowing even more. And right around here, the 24th, so in 3 days from now, we're going to get a very good idea of if we start to break out. Now, if on the 24th we start to break out here, then we should start to really move to the upside. And this is where, let me just do another line. We're going to get another trend line, and we are going to, I'm sorry, not a trend line. Let's go with a horizontal line, I meant to say. We're going to go another horizontal line, and let's do this in red. And we're going to go, when we get to this, if we start to break out to the upside, we're going to look at the resistance. I'm not going to go resistance here. I'm going to go resistance right around here. This is this first point of resistance. So let's put that line, and let's just make that line a little bit thicker as well. Is that thick enough? Yeah, let's just go, actually, let's go with thicker line still, because that is a stronger line of resistance. So there, so 16, so around 16 cents, that is going to be the next price target for us breaking out to the upside. And look, if we go back here, right to around the 19th, 20th March, look what happened, right? We went from this support of around 10.5 cents, and we pumped very quickly within a 48-hour period all the way up to almost 21 cents. So this could happen again where, you might want to wait. You might just want to wait for the next 2-3 days. But if you know you're going to go into harmony, if you're looking at an entry point and you don't already hold harmony, then I would say any time now would be a good time to buy. I mean, what do I feel about the likelihood of us going to the downside? That if we instead, when we get to around the 24th and we are consolidating and we're getting to the point where it's bearish and the volume is very low, what would that downside be where we would break down? Well, you can see that here. So let me just switch to let me just go back here. Let me do another horizontal line. And hang on a sec. What is going on with my tool? Come to me. Hang on. There we go. Bear with me a sec. Okay. Somehow everything moved on my screen there. We are going to go green again. And let's just zoom this out a little bit. This is where it's getting, my whole screen just adjusted there. Bear with me. Oh, hang on. Okay. Perfect. So what I was saying is, if we were going to break to the downside, which I don't think we will, but I want to make sure just to cover it, then this would be our next line of support. And let's just do, where is the color? I want to do the color on that. Hang on a sec. Let me just get my tool again. It disappeared on me. Hang on. Horizontal line. Let's go with, yeah, green. Perfect. We're going to go, let's go right here. And there it is. So if for some reason we do break down, let me see if I can use this. Do I want to go with a brush? What happens with a brush? Let me just see. Boom. What happens with that? It doesn't do much with that. Let me just go. Where's my drawing tool? Drawing. Icons. Let me hang on a sec. Text. Nope. I don't want to go brush. I am not going to do that tool now. I'm going to come back to that. So just figure, I'm not going to put like an arrow here, but just imagine if I was doing an arrow and we're going to the, actually I'm going to do a vertical. Let's see if I can do a vertical line on this. Here we go. Oh, I know. Here's an arrow. Let's try this. We don't want this to happen. I don't think this is going to happen, but then we would. This would be if we go to the, oh, let me just put this in place. This would be if we go to the downside, and let's put that in red because we don't want that. And let's just do an arrow again. Where did I have that? So we can just look at it all in context. And this is if we did an arrow, and we're going to go green because we want to go. And this is if we were, this is where we would be going. Hang on. Let's get this here. Boom. That's to the up. Oh, hang on. Let me just straighten this out. This is me and my OCD. I'm like, I want that perfect straight line. Come on, go over there, move. Okay, there we go. And that is where we would be going to the upside with this. Okay, so you can just see from right here. So I would be shocked if we were to break to the downside. We're looking at if we were, we've got pretty strong support at 8 cents. And if we go to the upside, we can move quite quickly up to 16. If we go up to 16 and we start retesting here, we may again break out very quickly up to around that 22 cents and then probably come back down where if that is the case and we can get beyond 16 up to here, then 16 cents could go turn into our support. And that really that eventually is what I think is going to happen. I thought it was going to happen right by the end of April. I don't know if it's going to happen that fast. But if we look ahead to, well, where are we going to be at by mid-May? I think the good thing that it is healthy retracement pullback that Harmony has gone through. So that's why when I showed you the CoinGecko, the numbers at the beginning and how much that we have retraced, I just don't think it's a big deal. Just know then that we're going to go through a period where Harmony starts to move again. This project and this token is not stagnating in any way because there aren't issues with it. There isn't any negative news with it out there, apart from where people got upset about an April Fool's joke. Like, oh my God, I'm going to sell my Harmony because an April Fool's joke. Oh, this team's so unprofessional. Give me free Harmony. It's so silly. So anyway, just to figure that in May, let's just jump ahead and to say as we go ahead, I would think by mid-May, 16 cents should be a new line of support, and we should be trying to break out. Our new resistance line would be around 22.5 cents. And then we will be moving towards our new price target of 30 cents because psychologically, there's that resistance at 10 cents, resistance at 20 cents, resistance at 30 cents. Now I want to just go out slightly again and just take a look from actually, before I do that, I want to show you one other thing here. And this is what happened from before, just to remind everyone to stay positive here. If we go with, I think, a trend angle here, and we look all the way from down here, which was March the 1st, and just look at this. Look at how, let's go with green. Look at how we moved to the upside. We moved from 3 cents at the beginning of March, and in less than a month, we were at 22 cents. So if you think about that, 3 to 20 cents, we're talking like 22 cents. So let's say this is quite possible, and I think it will happen, especially when we get into that parabolic phase later on this year within the crypto markets, that going up 18, even 20 cents in a month. And I know people will say, well, the market cap and it can't grow much and it can't go. But, people are coming into the space and people are seeing the value in the project. And so I do think that even if the market cap doesn't go at that pace, that people will still, people still buy into a token, not just because of the market cap. It doesn't always line up like that. So 18 cents if we look at where we are now, and around this 11, 12 cents, that it really, within a month, by the end of May, we could absolutely have touched 30 cents, maybe even 35 cents. I think that's very realistic. I was thinking it would have happened, that we would have touched 30 cents by the end of April. I mean, that could still happen, but sometimes again with timing, it's hard to be specific with timing. Things, one's off by a few weeks, but then if you zoom out and you look, it goes up overall. Then look, we have big upward trend here in the month, and then we're having the consolidate. We are in downward trend on the hourly, but let's just come out to the 4-hourly here and just look again. And, and this just gives a different and interesting perspective here. If we go back to, let's see, this is January, right? See where I have the line here, January. Look at where we went from January. I mean, look, it was just going through January, not much happening all the way through early in February. Boom, we saw this move to the upside. We saw a little bit of consolidation. And then right around the end of February there, the beginning of March, I mean, that is full on parabolic. And you can just see, again, this is where it's interesting to zoom out, because we see increase and then we see a whole load of pullback, increase, pullback. Let's just stretch this out a little bit. Oops, hang on. See, it looks volatile. Look, this is where all people came at. If we look at the volume here at the bottom, that we had a whole load of people come in, and we saw this spike, and then we saw a big sell-off as well. We saw a sell-off here, probably because of people at around 5-6 cents, people who had bought in at 1-2 cents or even less than that. But we see a lot of volume there. And I feel good, because I think the volume isn't here at the moment. There's a lot of other stuff going on, where there's so many projects coming into DeFi. There's so many tokens launching. It's absolutely exploding. But what I think also is going to happen is that as people have time to settle down, it's sort of like coming into crypto. I think retail, when you're new to it, it's like being a kid in a candy store, and then things settle down and you get to start to look at what are those projects out there, what's strong. And obviously Harmony is not it's not a shooting star. It's not going to be here and gone. It's going to be something that Harmony is going to be around, I believe, for a long time when you look at the partnerships that they have in place. So the fact that the volume is low here gives me a lot of hope that we are going to break out rather than down. Like I said, if we do break down, there is still strong support there at 8 cents. So for anyone that bought, below 8 cents, I mean, you're going to be doing great. And you can just see here that this isn't anything out of the, this is a heavier consolidation. We've had a trend to the upside. We've been overall on the 4-hourly, a trend to the downside, but you can see, look, this is consolidation happening. I mean, I will just be surprised if we go down even more, but time will tell. I am still extremely bullish. The last thing we'll do here, let's just go to the daily and I mean, if you go all the way back, look, I mean, just look from zooming out here at Harmony. Look at this period where, who would have thought? I mean, some of you Harmonauts who were in early, you did think about this and you saw this coming. You were part of making this happen. You made this happen, right? You built this from the ground up. But look at this. I mean, just look where things were, and then boom, it's exploded. So we have to, I think it's important to zoom out and then zoom back in again, and just know that what is happening is not out of the ordinary. There is nothing to worry about, and that that things are good. They are good. So I'm not concerned at all. And just the last couple of things that I will share with you. We're going to do an angel card now for the Harmonauts, for Harmony. And as I said, my personal position is I am not selling my Harmony. I am hodling it because I think it's important to be patient, and I'm not swing trading it. I'm not day trading it. I'm just hodling it because it's just not a token that I really want to be. I want to be day trading. I think one could, to a degree. You can see that because of the level of volume there for it. There are moves definitely to be made, but I'm personally not interested in doing that. And what about for you? How do you feel? I know from when I've done a community survey that the majority of the crypto angel network community does focus more on hodling than on day trading. And we have a very, very small percentage of scalpers. And so let me know in the comments, what is your price prediction for Harmony? How much Harmony do you hold? Are you new and are you thinking about coming into Harmony? Are there questions you have of things that you have reservations about the project? What are you excited about with Harmony? With that being said, the angel card for Harmony is relaxation. Oh, relaxation. When I see this, I just think everyone, those who have some fear, who bought into Harmony, who are newer to it, or who are just new to crypto, and just, I know when I came in, I was totally overwhelmed and didn't know what the hell was going on. And I would just say, everything's fine. There's nothing to worry about. When you see FUD, for those of you who don't understand what FUD is, FUD, because I had to look it up at some point, fear, uncertainty, doubt, just do your best to relax. Just remember to focus on that Harmony has come a very, very, very long way. And this is just, it's early on. What you just saw, what we looked at the chart, zoomed out. Just think about where Harmony is going to be in 2-3 years from now. It is not unrealistic for it to be $10, $20, $30. I think that is totally within the realm of possibility. Why not? Why would it not happen? The more use it has, and it's focused on chain, borderless transactions, and that connecting the world and really sort of removing those obstacles of oh, I'm in one country with one currency and you're in a country with another currency, and it's really hard for us to do business or to send gifts to each other. Harmony breaks down those barriers. It creates those bridges. It has a powerful ecosystem. And you can go to harmony.one for more insights on the project, and go to @Harmony Protocol to follow Harmony on Twitter, and also at Stephen C, which is his Twitter is at STSE, to be able to follow his updates, because he is the founder of Harmony One. So thank you for being here with me with my technical analysis. This is my first proper technical analysis video I've done. I recently got certified in Technical Analysis 101 with Ivan on Tech Academy. And I'm doing the advanced course in algorithmic trading, where when I'm done with that, I'll actually be able to build out automated market aggregators, AMAs. So that's like, I just wanted to challenge myself and go that next level. So I hope you enjoyed my technical analysis. I'm going to keep practicing. I'm going to keep bringing you more. Let me know if you want me to do technical analysis on another token. And of course, I will keep bringing this here to the Harmony community. I'm Joanna Garzilli. This is Crypto Angel Network. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, for liking the videos, and for sharing them. And I'm sending you lots of love.